Hey, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade, how are you today? We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our sound cards, our phonograph cards. And remember, we say the letters and then the sound. So here we go. C-H, ch, Y, y, S-H, sh, T-C-H, ch, X, x, C-K, k, Q-U, qu, W-H, A, Y-I, this is a Y on a green vowel card. O, I consonant E-I. O, two sounds for this. Okay, oo and O consonant E-O. A-I-A. A-Y-A. E consonant E-E. I. O-U, four sounds. Ow, O, oo. O-A-O. A consonant E-A. E, U consonant E, U or oo. U, E-A, three sounds. E-A. E-E-E. I-G-H, I. And we're going to stop right there. We'll do the other half on our next video. But this is what we're studying, the trigraph IGH. And we are just nearly ready to wrap that one up. So let's go on. We're going to go through a few of our word cards now. Okay, we're just going to go through the red cards today. And so we're going to look at the ones. The reason they're on red is because they don't follow any certain spelling rules and they don't follow the sound rules that we're studying. So we want to get used to seeing those. And here we go. Doe, wolf, many, whom, any, castle, whistle, donut, although, though, wolves, sign, whose, prove, shoe, truth, fruit, suit, bruise, cruise, cover, brother, mother, other, father, another, bin, friend, people, move, again, against, and we'll stop right there. We'll take up with the yellow and green ones on our next video. So let's send that away. All right, we're going to be doing kind of a little bit of a word game here where you take part of a word off and add another part on. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. I'll ask you to echo a word. So if I say tightly, you would echo tightly. Okay, now instead of saying t, say on this word, and what would that turn into? Nightly. So see how that will work? So I'll say a word or ask you to say it, but instead of saying a certain sound, you'll be replacing that sound. All right, so let's go on to our next one. Say fright. Say fright again, but instead of say b. Okay, so here's fright. What would that turn into? Bright, because you were replacing the with b. Okay, let's try that one again. Okay, say light. I'll go ahead and show it to you this time. Say light again, but instead of l, say r. Right. Say about. Now say about again, but instead of bout, say round. Good, around. Let's go to the next page. Say plastic. Say plastic again, but instead of tick, say What would that turn into? Plaster. Say brighten. Now say brighten again, but instead of N, say lee. Brightly. All right. Say earmuffs. Say earmuffs again, but instead of muffs, say rings. Earrings. Good. Say bunny. Say bunny again, but instead of B, say funny. All right, last one here. Say rooster. Say rooster again, but instead of R, say B. What would that turn into? Booster. Good. All right. Now, for the next thing we'll do, you're going to need your laminated page that says sounds, words, and on the other side it says sentences. You're going to need your dry erase marker. Okay. And we're going to complete what we didn't get finished on our last video last week. Okay. So grab those items, come right back and start the video back up if you had to do that. And we're going to be working just on this side, the word side. Okay. And I'm going to ask you to spell a word. Now remember how we do that as a class. You hear the word, you say the word, and then figure out the sounds that go with that word. We're studying IGH right now, so you're going to need to remember that we're going to be using that to spell with. So I'm going to put that over here on the side. So the long I sound in my words are going to be spelled with IGH. So here we go. First word, light. Okay. Hear the sounds, sound them out, and let's spell it. If you haven't finished, before I start spelling it, pause the video, you get it written down, and then we check it, or then you check it, turn the video back on. But it had L, I, T, 3 sounds, but a lot more letters, correct? Because our long I sound is spelled with IGH. Light. Okay. Now, change light to lightning. How many syllables does that have? Lightning. 2 syllables. That means you spell it 1 syllable at a time. Okay. Pause the video if you haven't gotten it done. And here we go. So of course our first syllable was light and our second syllable was ning, lightning. And long word here. There. Okay. Next word. Okay. Let's see. Hi. And this isn't like the hi, how are you doing? This is the hi as in I am high on a mountain. Okay, so at a higher level or something. So the word high, hear the sounds in it and then spell it. And here we go. It only had 2 sounds. I, didn't it? But a lot more letters. All right, next word. Change high into highly. High into highly. What are we doing with that one? Let's hear the syllables. Highly. 2 syllables. Spell them 1 syllable at a time And in each syllable, hear the sounds. What will we start with? The high we spelled earlier. And what are we going to put on the back of that? Lee. You had to remember your suffix, didn't you? Ly. The Y's making the E sound. So if you put E's on the back, okay, this is instead, it's a suffix that goes on the end of this word. Okay. Last word, or not the last word, the last little set here. Spell the word tight. Hear all the sounds inside of tight before you spell it. All right. The I sound is made with IGH. Oops. Okay. Now, change tight into tighten. How many syllables? Tighten. 2 syllables. Spell it 1 syllable at a time. So we're going to take, and I think I heard the base word in there, tight. And then, how are we going to put the N in there? Suffix, EN. Now this lesson was to show you that if you spell 1 syllable at a time, you're going to notice that we have suffixes. Suffixes, if you can just take them away from your base word, if you can spell your base word, then add a suffix, it makes a large word look a lot easier then. And that takes us to our next page. So erase this side if you want to, and then you can flip over and we're going to go to the sentence side. Okay. Now remember, I'm going to say the sentence several times. We're going to put a line for each word that I say in just a moment. Okay. So our first sentence is, I brush my teeth nightly to keep them clean. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Echo it after me this time. I brush my teeth nightly to keep them clean. Okay. Now I'm going to put a blank for each of the words I said this time. Okay. I brush my teeth nightly to keep them clean. How many words do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 words here. Okay. Pause the video, write your sentence, and when I got your work back from last week and I looked at it, you guys have forgotten that sentences start with capitals, they end with punctuation, and in the middle, unless there's a name, you don't put a capital there. So let's remember, even the work that you do for me, I expect you to remember what we've talked about. So, capitals at the beginning, period, exclamation mark, or a question mark at the end, and make sure in the middle that your sentence has a subject and a predicate that makes sense. No capitals in the middle unless there's a name. Okay, so pause the video. I brush my teeth nightly to keep them clean. And then come back and we'll check it together. All right, did you finish up your sentence? Let's take a look at this one now. Okay, so as you notice, we have all sorts of the things we've studied in level 4 in here. Okay, so all sorts of the sounds going on. But this is the way your sentence should look. I brush my teeth nightly to keep them clean. Notice we have an EA, we have our EEs, we have our IGH sitting in there. And I want you to notice there is a period at the end of this sentence and a capital at the beginning. Okay, I'm not going to name names, but I do want to see that you are forming your letters correctly. We still have some people who aren't, so I want you to notice the Y needed to drop below the line. The P needed to drop below the line. I'm still seeing some people not writing with proper handwriting. I don't mind if you don't write in cursive, but if you're going to write in print, let's keep it good, okay? Let's keep it looking like, you know, nothing like an alien wrote or anything. So that was my little gripe over what y'all did last time. Okay, so make sure that you're forming your letters properly. This is the end of video 1. I will see you again in video 2 and have a good rest of your day. Bye, 4th, 5th, and 6th.